morning. Again, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see you. And of course, we have another news item for you that we're going to read. Uh, wait, I'm looking for it. What did I? Oh, fine. I found it. Okay. It's July 16, 2025, and we're here again. And today, the Office of the Vice President is proud to release its 2024 Accomplishment Report that showcases its accomplishments and successful endeavors that were started since Vice President Sara Duterte took office in July 2022. Our mission is to deliver public service that is accessible and responsive for the good of all Filipinos, especially the unserved and the underserved. And we're happy to give you some hard copies of the 2024 Accomplishment Report in the form of a coffee table, it's like a coffee table book, but we also have a digital copy that you can access any time of the day or night in any mobile device, a computer, or any other technical devices that you have. You will see here in the accomplishment report among the programs of the Office of the Vice President that has successfully catered to 2,416,899 passengers since the program was launched on August 3, 2022. And it is called Libreng Sakay. As of December 31, 2024, this program has already served 1,025,275 passengers. And so we have now 2,416,899 as of today. The Libreng Sakay has the following routes. It is actually an ongoing program that help of course, we help we have help from our private partners in public service to be able to complement mass transportation in Metro Manila, Cavite, Bacolod, Cebu, Davao, and now we have another one running in Tacloban. It is the latest route that we have created. And the free bus service in Tacloban now operates along the bus terminal from the Tagpuro Elementary School route in Tacloban City. It runs from Monday to Saturday with 2 daily schedules at 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., just like all the other routes in other parts of the country for Libreng Sakay. And we are currently studying and exploring the possibility of increasing the hours of operation from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's going to be much longer because I think passengers leave their houses as early as 4 a.m. So we're still studying, looking into the best possibility if we can allow that. Of course, it's also the rainy season now, so we can better accommodate the growing number of passengers who depend on public transportation. This is also going to be a very dependable mode of transport for our passengers or the beneficiaries of Libreng Sakay, especially with the looming or forthcoming gasoline prices. Of course, as gasoline prices go high, our transportation fare also goes high. So this will help the public a lot and ease their lives, their daily lives, even just a bit day by day. Our initiative aims to ease the financial burden on local commuters and promote greater economic mobility and access to opportunities within the community. And since its official launch in August 2022, the Libreng Sakay program has deployed a total of 9 buses covering routes in Metro Manila. This is from Monumento to PITX, and then we have Quiapo to Commonwealth and PITX to Naik, Cavite. We also have in Metro Cebu, Bacolod, Davao City, and the newest is Tacloban. And just to tell you also, the Libreng Sakay is only one of the many accomplishments of the Office of the Vice President for the year 2024. And you will find them in the coffee table book. If you are given the hard copy, you can ask them later. I think they're going to distribute some. But for the digital or high-tech people, you can just go to Facebook. And I understand that the link to this page or to this book has already been posted. And so now I am ready to answer your questions, if there are any.
Any questions on the topic? Miss Bella, Philippine Star.
Ma'am, based on your accomplishment report, 86% yung utilization ng 2 billion budget.
Mhm.
Compared sa previous years, mataas pa ito. And anong cost ng bakit hindi na fully utilize yung 2 billion budget ng OVP?
Okay, so I have to be clarified. What's the 2 billion budget for 2024? Yes. Hold on. Based on the accomplishments we have not utilized, you said there was low utilization.
No. 86% yung utilization rate. So merong portion na hindi na utilize. Anong cost na bakit hindi na fully utilized?
Oh,
And
yes.
compared sa previous years, mas mataas
In
ba to?
2023,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it increased again in 2025. So far by half a year computation. There were a lot of challenges in implementing the programs of the Office of the Vice President. An example would be the Magnegosyo Taday, because it takes a lot of time in assessing and qualifying the would-be beneficiaries of the program. Also, the documentations for the businesses were strictly studied and evaluated by the Office of the Vice President according to the manual of operations that we have. Because for each program in the OVP, it has its own manual of operations to make sure that everything is clearly and effectively done by the book. We follow instructions based on the manual of operations, and the portion of the fund that was not utilized was due to the fact that we were not able to release all the money, release everything for the projects because of some additional requirements that were necessary.
And then, ma'am, based on your budget for this year, hindi nakasama yung medical assistance and burial. So, meron po ba tayong data kung ilan yung lumalapit sa OVP na although term na rejected? So, anong ginagawa natin sa mga yung mga nire-reject natin na nag-apply ng medical and burial? And before, sabi ni although hindi pa ako nagpo-cover na, may statement si VP na ang sabi niya may difficulty daw o may yung pag nag-access ng tulong sa DSWD. Ganun pa rin ba yung nararanasan ng OVP ngayon na hindi na-acknowledge yung mga nire-refer sa DSWD na OVP?
Okay, sorry, can we go back to your first question, please?
Yung data po kung gaano pa karami yung lumalapit sa OVP
for medical and burial
ano
assistance?
ginagawa nyo sa kanila? Kung ganito nga na wala tayong budget.
Yes, that's true. We do not have budget for medical and burial assistance for 2024 and 2025. I mean, for this year, yes, 2025. So whatever materials were left last year for this program, we use them this year, like the wheelchairs that have been procured last year but were not given out. So we use them this year and other resources as well. And since there is no budget, we only make use of what was left, what resources were left last year. So we can still continue to provide this even without funding. We also continue to give Janazza kits if we have them, and other materials that we have used before in the past, but we still have some pieces left or some stocks left that we give out this year.
Yung pag-i-endorse sa DSWD, may difficulty pa rin ba?
As much as possible, we try to solve the issues ourselves in in the office of the vice president. Yes, because we find it difficult, although things get better anyway. We would still need their support later on, but if it gets very difficult for us to get the assistance or support from the Department of Social Welfare, we make use of what we have in the office of the vice president.
Instance ba, ma'am, na nire-reject or nagiging, ano nga, yung issue ng pagiging OVP, nagiging, ano, para i-reject ng DSWD? Kasi ganun na sinasabi before ng OVP na, oo.
Yeah. I have to say, I have to admit, yes, there are some line agencies who, probably upon instructions from their superiors, I don't know, I'm just speculating, but yes, we experience that challenge every now and then.
Next question on the topic. Kat Domingo, ABS-CBN.
Hi. good
Mike, please.
afternoon. Oh, good morning.
In last week's press conference, you mentioned that the COA directed the OVP to correct some observations, submit corrections, or whatever remedial actions within 60 days. May we know in particular what these items were flagged by the COA?
These were observations, COA observations on some items in our financial statements, like the I can give you a list. Wait, hold on. There is, okay, here. Some observations and recommendations that were made by the Commission on Audit is one of which is the amount that was included in the financial statement of a donated equipment was not the amount that was included there was not the amount that was already the appreciated cost. There is, of course, a deduction of appreciation in the cost of equipment, but in the contract, in the deed of donation, the amount that was included is the amount of purchase of that equipment. And of course, it was already used when it was donated to the office of the vice president. So we just missed saying or stating the value of the equipment at the time that we accepted it. So if for one particular equipment, the purchase value was at 3.824 million, but the depreciated cost was no longer included. And that is what that's one item that we are also submitting for action. And when action is done, we're going to submit the report to the Commission on Audit. We were given 60 days, I understand, to do this.
Now, do you have a rough figure as to how many items were flagged by the COA in the 2024 budget?
There are only a few. Okay. Also on the manual of operations, where the Office of the Vice President limited itself as to time, as to the prescription table, as to when the project will be completed. That is one, so that the Commission on Audit recommended that we ensure the feasibility and viability of the project proposal, and also revisit the manual of operations so we can ease it up a little bit, and then so be able to comply with what is stated in the manual of operations.
Last question from my end. What were the COA recommendations as to how the OVP can actually improve its absorptive capacity from 86% to a higher number?
I have not come across, maybe you can tell me where to find it. I have not come across that recommendation from the Commission on Audit on our absorptive capacity. And as a matter of fact, if we talk about utilization, maybe we can get the details. Nicole, can you ask RLS please for utilization 2024 and 2025? Thank you. We'll get back to you, Kat.
Next question, Marisol Abdurrahman, GMA News.
Yes.
Mike, please. Mike, please. Mike, please.
Mike.
Mike.
Since
Sara assume po, kahit na nag-increase naman po ang
Mm.
utilization system, ma'am, for the past.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Sorry, ma'am, just in case you have the figure, ma'am, may we know po that started with a percent po.
Wait.
Until now po.
I will find it. Utilization I have the utilization for 2024 and 2025. Okay. For 2024, we have utilization rate of 85.55%. And then for 2025, as of this is I think as of June 2025, our utilization rate is at 34%. So we're going to increase this some more. Like I said, a lot of challenges internally in the Office of the Vice President, and we understand that we need to speed up utilizing the funds, but we also do not want to carelessly utilize the funds. So we are being very careful so as not to open any issue that may be thrown against us.
Okay, next question.
Okay,
Next question, Fred.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, kasi I was asking earlier about the recommendations of COA is to improve the
Mm.
utilization. Effort po ng OVP, ma'am. Ano po yung ginagawa natin para at least increase po?
Yes, we're just being careful, but we intend to use up the entire budget that is allotted to us for 2025. We're already on the 34% utilization rate, but we still have time, and we're going to speed up our the action on all our programs.
Next question, Fred Mendoza, Manila Times.
Ma'am, good morning. Good morning po, ma'am. Kasi may mga lawmakers po kasi na parang bakit nagkaroon daw po ng unmodified opinion sa evidence of the OVP, doesn't mean daw po na-register po yung record. Ano po yung comment po doon sa mga sinabi niya? While the OVP had its unmodified opinion, hindi naman daw siya technically malinis or technically fair yung para lang po maliwanag sa ating kaumbayan. Kasi naguguluhan po yata yung kaumbayan natin, yung ating mga public. Kasi pag sinabi nyo, pag may sinasabi ng modified opinion, tapos biglang may mga nag-comment na hindi naman pala na comment yung opinion. So, pakiklaro na lang po natin for our public.
Okay, I also heard that, and okay, let me go back. There are three kinds of audits done, right? There's the financial statement audit, there's the compliance audit, there's the performance audit. We are only on the financial statement audit. The annual audit report of 2024 given by the Commission on Audit focused on financial statements. And in financial statement audit, there are only two kinds of audit reports that will come out. Only two kinds of opinions. That's the unmodified audit opinion and the modified audit opinion. It can be, I think it can be interchanged with qualified and unqualified. Some other auditors use that. And there is no other rating, there is no other conclusion that will come out from the Commission on Audit. So, like I said, only modified and unmodified. So, in the unmodified opinion that the Office of the Vice President has been receiving since year 2022, it means that it says that the Office of the Vice President fairly presented the financial statements in all material respects. And there is no misstatement whatsoever in such presentation. In Tagalog, ang sabi po ng Commission on Audit ay maayos na nailahat ang financial statements, maayos na naipresenta sa Commission on Audit, at wala, in all respects, sa lahat ng anggulo ng financial statements, at wala po silang nakitang material misstatement. Ibig sabihin po ang Tagalog ng misstatement, maling pagkakasulat or maling data or maling information na naibigay. So, however way anyone will make a conclusion on that statement given by the Commission on Audit, iisa lang po pa rin ang ibig sabihin na wala pong mali, walang misstatement na binigay, tama ang pagpresenta ng financial statement na supported by all the documents that we submitted. Okay,
Any
thank
other
you.
questions on the topic? Kayo muna, Tonyo. Available bulletin.
Good morning, Spokes. May we ask about the LGUs, how receptive they are to the OVP programs? For example, ma'am, yung implementation of the free ride program in Tacloban.
Mhm.
We all know that Tacloban is the legal bailiwick of House Speaker Rogers.
Mhm. Yes, yes. Thank you for that question. Oh, well, of course, there will be times that some people will oppose what we say or what we do. We cannot please everybody, but in Tacloban in particular, the Office of the Vice President really needs to provide the help because we have been consistently asked, and the service that we provide is really needed by the public. Kung kaya pong ibigay ng local government unit, okay din, gagawin din nila. But the thing is, naghihingi ang mga tao sa Office of the Vice President. And we see the need as well. Ang sinaserbisyo po natin na tao doon sa Tacloban are those that were displaced or relocated during the time of Yolanda. From the Yolanda episode, ito yung mga tao na nilipat kung saan-saan, and then far from the city or far from the downtown. Kaya yun yung sinisilbihan. So from the resettlement site or the relocation site to the downtown and back. Kailangan po ito, kailangan gawin ng Office of the Vice President to be able to service the people in Tacloban.
Next topic. Ms. Larino Monte, NHK.
The 6.9 budget for next year. How optimistic are you that the proposed budget of the OVP, which is, I think, more than 900 billion,
Mhm.
will be approved by Congress?
Oh yes, the Department of Budget and Management approved or recommended to the House of Representatives and the Senate the amount of 903 million pesos for the year 2026. We cannot say if we're sure, or we cannot say also if we're not sure. So we leave it to Congress, and we just pray that they grant that budget.
Then personally attend the budget, will you just in case attend the budget?
You mean the Vice President?
Yeah, that.
Okay, the Vice President.
The Vice President.
I'm not sure if she will attend the budget hearing, but we have competent staff to defend our budget and explain to Congress why we need this amount of money.
Sorry, where's the Vice President right now? And I believe she will be going abroad again. So what will be the agenda of her trip?
The Vice President, as far as I know, left the country to visit her father in The Hague, in the Netherlands.
But during the SONA, she said that she'll be in another country.
Yes, she will be. She has invitations from different OFW organizations in some areas in the world, and I understand that on the day of the SONA is the day that she arrives from this trip.
Okay. Next question, Jason Rubrico. SMNI. Mike, please. Last two questions.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, may we have your reaction po ng Office of the Vice President dun po sa press meetings ni VP Sara in the recent SWS survey na nakuha po siya ng 61%, and so far siya po yung pinagkakatiwalaan na highest official ng government.
Oh well, of course, if I do not, no, I'm not saying that this survey is real. I'm not saying that other surveys are not real. But getting a high rating of above 50%, of course, will make anyone happy, including the vice president. So getting a 61% authentic survey will make anyone happy. So the vice president welcomes this survey, and she intends to even continue working hard, or maybe work harder than she is working now, so that we can still increase that confidence rating for her.
Follow-up question. Zach, Philippine Daily Inquirer.
There's this SWS survey where it's synaptic with a majority of Filipinos, or 66% believe that Vice President Duterte should face the impeachment court to formally address charges.
Mhm. Okay. Of course, the vice president the vice president is ready. She's been saying that, and she's eager to be able to present her case or her evidence in the impeachment court, so that once and for all doubts cast on her will go away, and that's what she wants. But there are legal strategies, there are legal remedies that any lawyer can take. So in this case, the lawyers of the vice president are taking legal remedies, legal strategies that are allowable in our system. So we'll wait. The vice president will just wait for whatever decision the Supreme Court issues on this one. And should the impeachment trial go as planned, the vice president is prepared.
Okay. Last question. Marisol Abdurman.
Question na VP, pero
Mm.
kung tutusin naman daw, bakit hahanapan trabaho ang VP? Ano ba ang mandato ng Vice President nang naayon sa batas?
Mhm.
What's the mandate of the Vice President?
The mandate of the vice president is the same as the mandate of the president. Lahat po ng nakalagay sa constitution na trabaho ng presidente, ganun din po ang trabaho ng vice president. She is technically the assistant, or when the president is absent, she takes over because she's the vice president.
May nagsasabi mo na spare time lang ang VP. So, what do you have to say? Sa spare time natin, Vice President?
Okay, JC, you will have to indulge me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I also need to answer this because it's very important. All of us here, I'm sure all of us, even outside this room, would think that the vice president, not necessarily VP Sara, all the vice presidents, past, present, and future, are looked at as spare tire. But if you really think about it, the vice president should be as prepared as the president. Should anything happen to him, who assumes the responsibility? It's the vice president. And keeping her out of the loop, whoever the vice not being able to provide funds for her projects and programs, not being able to support the vice president, it's a great disservice to the country. Long is going to take, we don't know. We cannot. We need a vice president who is always ready to assume. And the services that are now being delivered by the vice president through her office is a way of preparing herself just in case anything happens from now until 2028. Otherwise, it's just, it's all in a day's work. Our programs, our plans, our activities, funded or not by Congress, it's all in a day's work. We'll still complete the job that she has promised to do in 2022, and she continues to fulfill it, and she will make sure to see through all those promises fulfilled in 2028 by the end of her term.
Okay, that wraps up for our today's presser. Thank you very much for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, wait,